stage fright. We are starting our soccer unit today. Our soccer unit will be indoors this year, where we can actively play the ball off the wall, off the curtain, small-sided instead of a great big soccer field. So I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed playing soccer back when I was in college. I did score. Thank you. I did score. I always said when the goalie fell down and there was nobody there, I would score. That's exactly how it happened. He corner kicked it. He went to deflect the ball. It deflected right on the goal line, spinning around. I had the far post. I kicked it. It went in. It was all good. I did break a guy's nose one time. Yeah. Thank you. It was on accident. I really didn't mean to. And went up to head the ball. I timed it like most of my things, miserably. And I went up, and he was like that. And coach, for my own safety, said he was going to take me out the rest of the game. I don't think anybody would have hurt me, but very well could have happened. On a serious note, there are 11 players on the soccer team, okay? They divide those players up into offensive players, which are your forwards, okay? Generally, 11 of the 11 people, there's probably more forwards than there are anybody else. You can use different types of system. In ours, 5 people will be the forward. They mainly try to score goals. They stay on the offensive half of the field. So if we were trying to score at this mat, our goalie would be down in the opposite end. Our forwards would stay pretty much on this half. If you were looking at a basketball floor or a football field, the 50-yard line, which is the main line in the middle, would separate the offensive and defensive half. They would pretty much stay on this side. Midfielders, usually there's about 3 of those. The midfielders will stay roughly in the middle of the field, maybe 10 yards behind the center line or maybe in front. And they try to keep the ball on the offensive half of the field so that we can score. Following up behind that, generally back in front of the goalie, say on the free throw line if you're indoors here, that would be your defenders. Their main job and responsibility is to keep the ball out of the net from going into the goalie area, kind of the goal box. The goalie is the last person in front of the net. That person is the only one that can use his or her hands in the field of play, okay, legally, okay? Otherwise, it would result in a penalty, indirect kick, if you will. The game starts with a kickoff. One team will get the kickoff in the middle of the field or at midcourt indoors here. It must roll, and everybody else must, like in basketball, must be outside the center circle, and the ball must roll one time, one forward rotation, in order for anybody else to come in and touch it, okay? So it must roll for one rotation forward. Fouls in soccer occur because somebody touched the ball with their hand when they were not supposed to, okay? And or if you were dribbling the ball, light taps with the inside, outside, top of your foot, okay, bottom of your foot, whichever. Those light taps keep best control. If I'm dribbling the ball down the field, down the floor in indoor soccer, and somebody comes up, kicks me in the leg, tripped me, I fall down, then it would be my ball right where that foul occurred. If you hand the ball while it's in the air, that would also result in a foul, and wherever that person touched it, where they were standing, that's where the ball would be placed. That would result in a free kick from the spot, okay, of where the foul occurred. All right. Fouls again, can't touch anybody. There's no contact. I mean, rough contact, body-to-body contact. There's a jostling with the ball, but otherwise there's no hard contact. The end line, which is the basketball, as you would look in the basketball floor. The end line, the 2 ways that we deal with this is if I am on defense, okay, and I sense that, okay, we're being outnumbered here, I can kick the ball over the end line to allow more people down here on defense to get back on defense and help me. However, the offensive team would get a goal kick. okay, from this corner. They can kick it toward the goalie, the net, or they can kick it out toward the middle of the field in front of the net, whichever you prefer. If the offense misses, goes over the goalie, okay, goes over the end line, the offensive person kicks it, then it would be a kick for the goalie, okay? That's where we get our goal kick, okay? That would either be spotted or it would be punted, one of the two. The difference between spotted and the punted, spotted would be a kick that goes over the net. They have to put it down. If the goalie, he or she picks it up, then they could punt it, or they could throw it, whichever. When we're indoors, you can't kick it all the way down. Roll it to somebody. It must touch somebody on your half of the floor. Okay, so if you kick it all the way down and throw it all the way down, and it goes into the net, it's not going to count. Throw it. 2 hands over the head. All right? 2 hands over the head. It can't be sideways. It can't be on one hand. If that's the case, then the other team would get the ball where you're standing and go the opposite direction. Skills. There's kicking. Again, keep it close. Keep it down. That's the best control. Passing. Okay. Throwing. Heading the ball. If you're brave enough to try to head the ball, head it right about where your hairline meets. Tackling is when you're trying to take it away from them. It doesn't mean like in football where you wrap them up and take them to the ground. Tackling is just basically you're trying to outduel them with your feet while they're dribbling the ball. Trapping means stopping the ball either with the sole of your foot, you can do it with the toe, okay, inside, outside, doesn't make any difference one way or the other. PE, kick with a purpose. Okay, don't just kick it all the way down the other end of the floor. Keep it on the ground. You're going to have more success and more fun with that than you would if you tried to do that. Use short passes. You'll have much more success and more fun today than any other time. That is our indoor soccer. Thank you.